My name is Jacqueline Bell. You can reach me on the internet at jacquelinebell.net, and you will see my phone number and other contact information there. The reason I'm running for mayor of Brampton is because I would like to see a few changes take place. We have a grand problem with poverty. We have an issue around youth unemployment. We have issues around our taxation, and we have issues around improving some of the services that we're now receiving. In terms of the poverty issue that we have, I'm looking at education, job creation, entrepreneurship, as well as affordable housing and transportation to take care of that. My vision of Brampton is that Brampton is an internationally known city akin to that of Toronto. And how can we do this? First step would be our education. And what I'm proposing is that we offer French immersion starting in kindergarten. That means all of our children will have access to those programs. Brampton is 43% immigrants, which means that group of people also speak a second language. The world being more global now, we are not being competitive for our children. They're not graduating high school with a skill per se. So if at least they are bilingual, then you can have something to show for your tax dollars. In terms of job creation and youth unemployment, I'm looking towards entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is very important because it creates new jobs. It can work in partnership with investments that other businesses are also making. In terms of job creation, grassroots, I'm looking at solar. And how I'm looking at that is the Canadian Brampton Youth Corps. That's a proposal that I have for a job creation project based on solar. And I would be focusing on Black and Aboriginal youth. Why? Because Black and Aboriginal youth are more than 70% of the youth jail, and that's a problem. I say that the cure for cancer may well be locked up in our youth jails. So if we give them an opportunity to learn, earn, teach, and network through solar, I think we may have a somewhat of a solution to the problem. If you look on my website, you can learn more details about that. Additionally, I'm looking at tourism. I'm thinking that Brampton has the theme of Flower City. Let's utilize that Flower City theme. What I'm looking at is a grand architectural project. It would be something akin to a greenhouse or a botanical garden jungle entertainment facility. Please refer to my website, jacqueline bell.net, for more details also on this. We're looking at improving our services. Now, Brampton Transit have made a lot of improvement in the last couple of weeks, and more to come in September. So we would have to revisit that and see what else can be boosted to make us more, less car friendly, I'm sorry to say, but so that we're improving our environment by using the bus a little bit more. Enhancing our lives, basically. I'm looking at a project that I'm proposing also called Moments of Greatness. It's a working title. This is also to combat the problem that we're having with the youth in terms of the Black and Aboriginal youth. I wanted to institute a project where we do 1-minute commercials. You know the heritage moments that they show now on TV? So something along those lines where we feature Black and Aboriginal men and women who've done and made great contributions to society, so that we can build up the esteem and let people know what they have achieved, and maybe any racism or anything that's being conducted toward them will be reduced. I have to say that if we institute French education in kindergarten, it's going to create jobs. What I'm also looking at is a free after-school program where there's an opportunity to learn in one of the prominent languages in Brampton, I'm proposing something like Punjabi, Mandarin, or Cantonese after-school program, so it's not mandatory for anybody, but it's an opportunity to learn something in another language, be it photography, be it music, something where you can get an opportunity to learn that language and learn that culture. So in addition to some of those initiatives, I'm looking at supporting something called a volunteer tax credit. A lot of the programs that we have now are actually facilitated by volunteers, and we need a lot more of them to help us combat some of the issues and concerns that we have in our society. If we don't get the volunteer tax credit passed through, what we can also work on are incentives for our volunteers. Other issues in areas that we're looking for improvement are our parks and recreation services. A lot of people are complaining that the fees and such are too high. So what I'm proposing is that we offer more promotional pricing. We need to get our participation levels up in those facilities. And if we do that, these are some of the ways that we can reduce our taxes. Our taxes are reduced by the amount of money contributed to services like the parks and recreation, through things like business investment and entrepreneurship in our community. Other issues that I'm looking at are healthcare. There's still the complaint around healthcare's wait time, so we will need to address that by, if you visit my website, you'll have more insight on that. And one thing also that I'm lobbying for, or would lobby for as your mayor, is naturopathic solutions to healthcare concerns. Many of you may be aware of the fact that there is a naturopathic clinic offering free services in the Brampton Civic Hospital, or excuse me, William Osler Brampton Hospital. So it's important for us to look at another way to treat our healthcare concerns. Along with that, there's a problem with mental health. And one of the ways that they treat mental health persons is they will cuff them when the police come. And I'm not certain if most sick people don't go in an ambulance, so I have a grand issue around that. Also, they do use restraints in the hospitals. They will offer chemical restraint as well as a physical restraint. I'm not certain that there's need for both of them. Actually, I'm quite assured that there's no need for both restraints. So those are things that I would be fighting for on your behalf. Now, these are things that I'm proposing. There are many more issues and concerns, but we have limited time. If you could please visit my website, telephone me at 647-853-4441. When I cannot respond right away, leave a message so that I can get back to you. Around affordable housing. Affordable housing would help a lot of people with their poverty, because they would spend less on it, obviously. So what I'm looking at is a collaborative initiative between the architects, the designers, and the builders, so that we can have green initiatives, so that after your project or your home is built, the maintenance costs on it are not so high that you can't really afford to stay there anymore. So a lot of these problems or issues that we do have are solvable, and we just need to take the steps, and I'm willing to do whatever is necessary to do that. As I said on my website, for affordable housing, by every means possible and necessary.